Come on, that's fine if that's what other for. If you love Jesus, clap your hands all over the room. Come on, clap your hands all over the room. Come on, y'all shake the time, clap your head. Come on, he saved you, that's why I'm clapping. He set you free, that's why you're clapping. He gave you another chance, that's why you're clapping. He saved your children, that's why you're clapping. I wish I had a church this morning. Come on, clap your hands and give him praise. Everyone standing, my Father, in Jesus' name, for these next moments, get fame, get honor, get glory. God, we pray in the name of Jesus that someone's life be changed with these next 2 months. God, with these words as we stand in the shoes of John. God, anoint these lips of blade. Help us to speak with clarity, understanding. God, that you may be glorified in all that we do. And God, we'll give your name glory this morning. We'll give your name praise. Amen. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Holy Ghost this morning. Promise not to bore you. While you're sitting, can you do me a favor and put your hands together for our pastor, Pastor D. Come on, can we celebrate him this morning? Come on, can we celebrate Lady Tanya Page this morning? Come on, can we celebrate Elder Wilson this morning? Come on, can we celebrate Elder Simon this morning? Come on, can we celebrate Elder Morrison this morning? Can we celebrate the Browns in their absence this morning? And can you celebrate yourselves this morning? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, we're going to get right to the word. I promise not to keep you long. I hope that this blesses you this morning. I wish I could sing like the praise team. You can hear me song, but I wish I could sing like it, but I can't sing. But sometimes you have to encourage yourself during the week. It is imperative that you encourage yourself during the week because that's when the enemy comes. He's not going to bother you on a Sunday morning. Because he knows that that's where the glory is. He's going to come during the week. And when he comes during the week, I find myself having to prophesy to myself. Tells the neighbor, say, neighbor, sometimes you got to prophesy to yourself. Sometimes you got to speak life over your own self. You can't wait for Sunday to get. You can't wait to down into the prayer line to get. Sometimes you got to learn how to speak it to your own self. Going to the word. Luke this morning. We're going to Luke. I wish I could say it like you tell you. I would say, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all you have done for me. Nothing is separate me from your love, because there's so much more. But providing for. Just say that before I say it. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all you have planned for me. Yes, Lord. And nothing can separate me from your love, 'cause there's so much more. Providing for. Tell your neighbor you gotta fight. There's so much more. What are you fighting for? I had to prophesy that to myself this week. There's so much more we're fighting for. The preacher, get out of the way. The Bible declares in Luke 22:39, he came out and went as his custom to the Mount Olives, and the disciples followed him. When he reached the place, he said to them, pray that you may not come into the time of trial. And then he withdrew from them about a stone's throw, knelt down and prayed. Father, yes, Lord, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. Then an angel from heaven appeared to him and gave him strength. In the anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat became like great drops of blood falling down on the ground. When he got up from the prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping because of grief. And he said to them, why are you sleeping? Get up and pray. You may not come into the time of trial. I want to talk on this text this morning. I could leave with you for us then it would be the cup is worth keeping. The cup is worth keeping. You maybe see that. I promise not to bore you along this morning. So here we find Jesus going to Gethsemane. He's going to a place to pray. He's going to a place to kneel before God because he's praying that he may not enter into temptation. So the narrative tells us that Jesus takes Paul, he takes Peter, he takes James, and he takes John. And when he takes them with him, he takes a select fruit. Now that's something that puzzled me this morning. You know that Jesus had, and it talks about Jesus and his 12. Yeah, it talks about Jesus and his 12 all throughout the Bible. But in this particular text, it talks about he only had 3. Tell your neighbor, this season you got to have the right people with you. Yeah, this season, you don't need a lot of people, you just need the right people. I ain't talking to somebody here. You don't need everybody to cheer you on, you just need the right people to cheer you on. He took 3 with him, so Jesus finds himself there when he has been many times before, and he places himself there, and he begins to pray. Here it is. Isn't it interesting that in the time that Abraham took 2 people with him, Jesus takes 3. The Bible declares in Luke 4:13, now the devil had ended every temptation. He departed from him for a season. And in the temptation, Jesus did not end up in the wilderness, but Jesus finds himself in a place of victory. It's just like how important that we have people around us in the time of need. It is important, my people, my brothers and my sisters this morning, that you are imperative to what comes in your ear gate. You are imperative to what comes in your eye gate. It is an imperative what you entertain in this season, because what you entertain is what you will become. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I know it's Valentine's Day, but some of y'all been entertaining clowns all year long. If you entertain a clown, you will be a part of a circus. I wish I had a talk back church this morning. Yeah, so what you entertain is what you will become. So you have to be careful what you entertain in this season. If you entertain gossip, you'll become a gossiper. If you entertain lying, you'll become a liar. If you entertain somebody that steals, you'll become a stealer. If you entertain somebody that cheats, you'll become a cheater. Tell your neighbor, you got to understand what you're entertaining. Yeah, you got to understand what you're entertaining. So the Bible declares in verses 41 and 42, he has withdrawn from them a stone's throw. He kneels down to pray. And as the Father kneels down to pray, he says, take this cup away from me. And then it says, nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Now, not our will, but sometimes we think that it's about our will, but it's not about your will, but it's about God's will to be done. That's why some of the stuff that you're praying for has not come to pass yet, because you're praying for stuff that's your will, but you're not praying for stuff that's according to God's will. Yeah, maybe God wants you to have that house, but this ain't the season for it. Yeah, God wants you to have that Lamborghini, but this ain't the season for it. But your prayer should be that your will be done. Somebody shout, God, let your will be done. Yeah, so I'm doing this sort of understanding of what God has practiced, and the Bible declares that this cup that he is talking about, this cup that he is drinking of, it becomes something that is of sorrow, it's something that is anger, something of pain. And the Bible declares in verse 43, then an angel appears to him and strengthens him. So Peter said to him, yet 3 times Jesus finds him asleep. Isn't it amazing? You can't stay long enough to pray. You can't stay awake long enough for his teacher. He couldn't stay awake long enough for his leader. Isn't it amazing that, can I get on some of y'all? You can't even dial in on Saturday because you sleep. You worry about yourself, but can you put yourself to the side and say, God, I just want to get yourself. If it's going to cost me some sleep, God, I want it. If it's going to cost me to stay up that night, God, I want it. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, how bad do you want it? I'm just talking. The Bible declares in 43 that the angel comes. And as the angel comes, he comes to strengthen him. And the Bible declares in 44, and beginning in agony, he prayed more earnestly. And he began to sweat. The sweat began to drop all of his face like blood into the ground. So this is the part that blesses me. This is your revelation this morning. The Bible declares that Jesus prayed 3 times. And as he's praying, he doesn't get an answer. Valentine's Day, and we're talking about love. Everybody wants to be in love today. Everybody, say amen. Wants to be in love. The Bible declares that for God so loved the world that he gave his, y'all know the scripture, that he gave his only begotten son. But I want to mess up your theology this morning. For God so loved the world, he was silent. Good God. He so loved the world that he didn't say anything. So here you have Jesus crying, Lord, I know what's coming. They get ready to hang me. Remove this cup, take it. I don't want it. That's right. And Jesus and God doesn't answer him. God sits in silence. Can you imagine what you're going through, the pain, the agony, the defeat of what you're going through right now? And you say, God, take this pain away from me. God, take this thing called life away. I don't want this cup anymore. But the Bible declares that Jesus was silent. God was silent. Somebody say, silence is golden. It's golden. If God would have answered Jesus at that moment, he never would have went to the cross. If God would have answered Jesus at that moment, he would have never got beat for you. If God would have answered Jesus at that moment, he never would have had scratch with your healing. If God would have answered Jesus at that moment, I wish I had a church, there wouldn't be no grace or mercy for you. If God would have answered Jesus at that moment, there would be no praise in God today. But I want to tell somebody this morning that silence is golden. So the Bible declares, I guess I'm going to preach because y'all looking at me like y'all stuck on stupid this morning. But I'm going to preach this morning. So the Bible declares that God is sitting there and he's watching everything that goes on in the earth. And a man by the name of Jesus, he said, I'll go down and I'll redeem man. Sit me down, God, and I'll go do it. So here he is getting ready to go to the cross. And as he's getting ready to go to the cross, he finds himself saying, God, remove this cup from me. In other words, take the pain away from me. What you said of the Lord. God sends Jesus in a human form. And being a spiritual being, his humanistic side speaks out and screams and says, God, I can't take it anymore. But here's the part I like about it. You didn't have to wait for 10 more scriptures. All you had to do was go one word over. And he said, nevertheless, yes, Lord, not my will, but thy will be done. I know you want to give up this season, but nevertheless, I know it's not this season, but nevertheless, look at your neighbor this morning. Come on, kick it, we might as well have church. Look at your neighbor this morning and say, neighbor, the cup is worth keeping. You got to keep that cup. I know they lied on you, but bear the cup. I know they talked about you, but bear the cup. I know they scandalized your name, but bear the cup. So here's the part that I like. After he said, nevertheless, I will. The Bible declares that in the next verse, that God sends an angel to strengthen him. Tell your neighbor this morning, help is on the way. I know you want to cry, but help is on the way. Check your neighbor and say, neighbor, help is on the way. Tell your neighbor, the cup is worth keeping. I know if you would have gave up that cup, we wouldn't have grace. I know if you would have gave up that cup, we wouldn't have mercy. I know if I would have gave up that cup, there wouldn't have been no blood coming for us. If you would have gave up that cup, we wouldn't be here today. But I need some powerhouse people that say like Pastor Page, be talking to me. Tell somebody, it's somebody that you keep that cup. It's important that you don't let it down. Look at your neighbor. Look at your neighbor. Y'all ain't looking at yet. And say, neighbor, I know it's hard. I know it's rough. But you're going to make it. I wish Mr. Nelson was here. They say, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. You're coming out of this with the victory. No weapon that is formed against you shall be able. I'm waiting on powerhouse. Shall be able to prosper. There's no weapon that's formed against you. I know it's wrong, but keep your cup. I know they say what you have, but keep your cup. Tell somebody the cup is worth keeping. That's why I praise it, because I got to bear this cup. The cup that you have is not for you, but the cup that you're bearing is for your family. I got to keep this cup because of my children. I got to keep this cup because of my spouse. I got to keep this Bring over here lack. Tear this cup. Bring over here homosexuality. Tear this cup. Bring over here sin. Bring this cup. Tell your neighbor you got to bear this cup. I know that it seems hard. God, I feel like preaching. I know that it seems rough, but you got to take what God is giving you and bear it. So the Bible says that he finds the three sleeping instead of praying. They don't use what they have. The Bible declares that they should have been praying. Tell your neighbor, instead of gossiping, you should be praying. Instead of talking about folks, you should be praying. Instead of lying on folks, you should be praying. Tell them again. Say, neighbor, I got the victory. My hands are lifted up this morning. Lord, the cup is one. Keep me out of my own. Tell your neighbor. I got to get out of. Tell your neighbor. Say, neighbor, the cup is one. Keep it. Tell your neighbor. Last time that I got to dance down and talk about it later. In the middle of what I'm going through, I'll keep on dancing. In the middle of the trial, I'll keep on dancing. Lift your hand and shout yes, Lord. Well, you got to know what to do when God gives you a talent. I'm reminded in the Bible, when he gave some talent, and he gave one person a talent, and they took that talent, and they buried it in the ground, and they didn't do nothing with it. You're complaining. God, give me a bigger house. What are you doing with the one you got? God, give me a better car. What are you doing with the one you got? God, give me a better job. What are you doing with the one you got? Tell your neighbor, you got to learn to walk with what you got until you get what you want. Keep the cup. It's worth it. Go through the process. Don't stop. Come on, back. To my 5 member church this morning. The cup is worth. Many of times we'll ask this question in our Christian journey: God, why me? I have the answer this morning. I'm glad you prayed that prayer. Your answer is, God, why not you? The Bible declares that he says, Lord, remove this cup. Then there's, for you people that are scholars in school, a semicolon. Meaning that the sentence of what he was doing is not finished. Meaning, after it puts, nevertheless. Can I help us? I got cut this season. Giving up seems easier, but nevertheless, I will. Some of us, we come to church and we sit, and it bothers me, Pastor. We sit like God owes us something. But I can imagine him in that place of prayer. Could you imagine being able to discern and see what was about to happen to you? And you say, Lord, I don't want to go through that. Here's the thing, everybody wants to be anointed, but nobody wants to go through anything. put you in that position on the job just so you would fail. All right. I'm going to tell your neighbor I got oil for that. They put you in that trap just to see how long you was going to stay there before you gave up and started cussing again. But tell your neighbor I got oil for that. Don't end up in entanglements. I got oil for that. Hey, you know what, Sister Vanessa? It's not worth giving up. God, I'm going to get in trouble. 5 to 10 minutes of pleasure for your oil. I had to go through hell for years to get this oil. You think I'm going to give a regular Joe Schmo 5 to 10 minutes to take what I had to? The cup. It's worth. I need it. Now I'm going to move. I'm not going to lay hands on it. But I'm going to move out the way. But before I move, if you truly understand that what you're going through is not hurting you, it's helping you. For these next few moments, open up your mouth and just give God a loud shout of praise if you understand that the cup is working. Come on. Speak in the room. Come on, something's shifting in the room. Come on, this is no moment. It's shifting. Come on. My hands are lifted, I'll keep the cup on. My hands are lifted, I'll keep the cup. No matter what comes or goes, God, I'll keep it. Come on, shift it this morning. I'll keep it. I'll keep going.